A fantabulous morning to one and all gathered here. Before getting into my content, I want to ask 3 questions. Just 3. Please raise your hands if you accept my statement. How many of you have goals in life? Please. So many hands. Thank you. So let me put it this way. How many of you have given up on your goals because of facing constant failure? Okay. How many of you have felt that everyone around you is witnessing growth in life, is making progress in life, but in your story, you are stuck doubting yourself and your abilities? How many of you have felt that? If that's the case, my dear people, you're not alone, and this talk is for you. My topic for today is rising above, transforming your pain to power. Before you leave this hall, I promise you that you will believe in yourself like never before. We all have challenges in life, right? We faced a lot of challenges in life, like academic pressure, financial problems, insecurity, jealousy, feeling of being unheard, feeling of feeling invisible, feeling of not being able to live up to other people's expectations, feeling of not being able to live up to our own expectations. We face challenges in every step of our lives indeed. Sometimes these challenges, they restrain us. They pull us behind from embracing beautiful opportunities out there. They make us question ourselves again and again. And every time when we want to make an effort, it beats us up, it locks us up in a bubble called fear. Fear of unknown, fear of known, fear of facing tough situation. When I was going through the same phase, I came across a powerful quote that changed my narrative of addressing challenges. Let me quote it for you. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. When life throws challenges at your face, it is your inner strength and resilience that will pull you forward. Now you might ask me, inner strength, resilience, okay, but what is resilience? What if I tell you that we all have resilience from within? Yes, resilience is an inherent strength. It is a fire in you that urges you to get up, fight back, push forward every time life pulls you back. I believe in one thing very, very firmly, that there is no better teacher than life itself. So allow me to share my story. In my childhood, I had a problem. Not a problem anymore, but I had a problem. I was not able to focus. Reading was impossible for me. Going back to the times in my childhood, looking at students in my class, reading pages after pages after pages, where I am stuck in a single line. That anger, just frustration, sadness made me question myself. Why am I so different from other children? Why is everything so hard for me? And trust me, I faced a lot of failures in paper, in everything actually. I was bullied. People gave me a fantastic name. People called me dumb. People called me slow. And sometimes when you hear these words again and again from different sources, at one point you start believing that, okay, probably we are. And that happened same to me. I believed that I was a worthless person. One incident changed everything. I was in the middle of the crowd like you all are there. I was called up to the stage. Like I was picked up to call up on the stage to give an open talk. That doubt in me, that negativity in me told me that, Divya, your talent is too small. The stage is big. You won't be able to fit in. Put your heads down like you always do. But there was something in me that said, that spotlight is where you belong. Go grab it. And guess what? I chose the second option. I ran to grab my spotlight and embraced it with open hands. And I still remember the topic I spoke. It was an odd girl's dream, where I shared my aspirations and how I wanted the world to be on an open stage. And I was rewarded the star of the day. That star of the day did not matter. It did not matter. That day, what did matter, that I was 10 times stronger than before. I finally believed that I am capable and confident of something. And here I am today addressing you all. That day was not a moment of reward. It was a moment of realization. It taught me important lessons that I want to share with you all. The first lesson I learned that day is resilience is built at your very lowest. Failure and humiliation has a power to build you or break you. Do not let failure or humiliation to dent your inner confidence. Rather than complaining about the dark room, be the one who ignites a small lamp. It will erase all the darkness in the room. And that small light, ladies and gentlemen, is that inner strength and resilience in you. The second important lesson I learned that day was the power of perception. When life pushes you to moments of absolute despair, how you choose to see that obstacle, how you choose to perceive that obstacle plays a massive role in the theory of life. Muniba Mazari, a global inspiration, she met with a tragic accident that left her to be paralyzed for the rest of her life. But today, she's not known to be a poor soul who got paralyzed. She is known to be the Iron Lady of Pakistan. How did she do that? How did she convert her pain to power? In one of her most powerful speech, what intrigued me was she mentioned, they call it weakness, I call it strength. They call me disabled, I call myself differently abled. They call it adversity, I call it opportunity. They see my disability, I see my ability. Look at the way of witnessing and addressing those challenges. That's the thing we should learn. The third important lesson I learned that day was to give up the give up mindset. Setbacks are hard to take. When the voices of the world are louder than your own, when crying and cribbing becomes more to be like a routine, when hope for something better feels like an absolute myth, that's when your mind whispers the words, give up. And at that very moment, giving up might sound like a very easy option, but trust me, it takes you 10 steps away from the life you want. There is this beautiful saying, if you can't run, jog. If you can't jog, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. Do something, but keep moving. The fourth important lesson was attitude. I believe in one thing. Your attitude describes your altitude. How many of you here love eagles? Please. How many of you here love eagles? Please raise a hand. Well, I love eagles too. One thing that intrigued me about eagles is its attitude. They say when it rains, all birds fly for shelter. But only eagle chooses to fly above the clouds and it does avoid the rain. The problem is one. What makes the difference is the attitude. I would like to conclude with a quote I wrote. It is not the time you give yourself up. It is a time you build yourself up. It is a time you bring yourself up. It is a time you lift yourself up. Whenever you feel that there is no way I'm going to be coming out of this problem, kindly lean on to these 4 lessons I mentioned. If it has the power to change my life, it definitely has the power to transform yours. When life hits you once, rise again. When life hits you twice, rise again. When life hits you countless number of times, rise again. It is on this exact day you will become undoubtedly and utterly unstoppable. Thank you all. Thank you for your time.
That was a wonderful, inspiring speech, Ma.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know your name.
And Divya.
Okay, Divya, yeah. Divya, when life pull you down, when you feel low, when people see you are slow, you are not learning faster, when you had challenges, how did you overcome and how did you rise up and then succeed and do what you want to do?
Sir, it is very suffocating to be in a bubble. In my narratives, it is very suffocating to be in a narrative. Sometimes, as you say, wishes and aspirations is something that drives you, that makes you want to have more in life. So I had aspirations. I want to come out of that bubble, and I don't want to dance on the narratives of people. I want to dance on the tunes of my own. So that was the thing that I wanted to come up. That's something that pushed me to beat all the narratives and stand by my own.
That was a great speech, Divya. So
Thank you.
you mentioned that there was that moment when you came up, you presented something and you were awarded, right? How important do you feel that recognition was, right? What if you had not been awarded that day? Do you still think you would be in this stage, or that would have pulled you down further?
Thank you, ma'am, for your beautiful question. I believe that was not the clap, that was not the recognition that pulled me up. That was beating my own fear. Breaking my own bubble was something that pushed me that I can do something, not the claps or not the comments of people. If not today, tomorrow, I will get an opportunity to come up. I wouldn't be down or I wouldn't be fallen. I will rise again, no matter what. Thank you all.